We start with that police officer shot during an FBI task force operation. I was on the phone with my contacts all morning to confirm information for our crews on Eyewitness News this morning. The officer will be okay after being shot in an operation in the Derrida neighborhood off Statesville Road. Channel 9's Gina Esposito rushed to that scene as soon as we started hearing about that shooting. And Gina, in the past few hours, we did hear from the FBI that oversaw this operation.
In the past 3 hours, I spoke with an FBI special agent. He says that the Safe Streets Task Force went to this home this morning to serve a search warrant. And as they approached that home, shots were fired and an officer was hit. And that was about 6 hours ago. Now you can see that police still have the area blocked off, and SBI investigators have been busy taking pictures of several cars out front here and also collecting evidence, trying to piece this all together. Now, this is some video from earlier when the scene was still pretty raw, just after 6 a.m. Many neighbors told us that they heard between 7 to 30 shots. It was all happening while people were leaving for work and kids were trying to catch the school bus. The FBI says a Gastonia police officer who was part of that task force was shot in the arm. He's recovering in the hospital and should be okay. The task force also included an FBI agent and 2 CMPD officers. A source tells us a CMPD officer fired back during the shooting. This is video from Chopper 9 Sky Zoom. It shows you the scope of how massive this crime scene was. An FBI special agent says they're investigating the original search warrant and an assault on a federal officer.
When I got that call earlier, my heart did sink, and I was so relieved to learn that it's just a non-life threatening. That doesn't mean it's not serious. He's potentially got surgeries or whatever it takes to get well, but I'm just lucky he's going to be with us.
Now, the FBI says that one person who lives at this home was taken into custody and being questioned right now. Now, typically, CMPD would investigating a shooting involving their officers, but that rule literally changed overnight. Under new rules, the FBI now investigates those cases. We've been in contact with the FBI and we're waiting for some new information. Allison?
All right, Gina, can you give us a little more information on what exactly the Safe Streets Task Force does?
Yeah, Allison, that Safe Street Task Force is made up of federal, state, and local police departments. You know, they work on federal cases around gangs and drugs and organized crime. You know, recently the Atlanta Police Department pulled their officers out of a similar task force because of transparency concerns, because those officers weren't wearing body-worn cameras. But I know this, Allison, is something you're going to be digging into deeper later on today.
Thanks, Gina. Yes, I'll be headed out to the Derrida community right after this broadcast. And I've also been in contact with my sources looking more into the task force and the new investigative process for officer-involved shootings here in Charlotte. My report is coming up today starting at 5 o'clock.